Hi everyone, CeeChronicles here. Hope you had yourself a beautiful weekend and looking forward to a great week ahead. If you're here for the first time, my content consists of mostly fragrance reviews, fashion and lifestyle videos, and as well as vlogs. So if that sounds like something that ticks your boxes, please don't leave without subscribing. I will appreciate you joining the family. And I also want to acknowledge my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate your support. I'm here with a fragrance review video for you. I'm going to be talking about this fragrance. If you know this, the original, if you probably know the box. This box is a telltale sign. Okay, this is of a company called LaMuse, right? LaMuse seems to be a budget subsidiary version of Lattafa, I think. And let me state, I'm not affiliated to them. I'm not being sponsored. I just picked this fragrance and I just thought I should share my thoughts with you. So LaMuse is the fragrance company, and the fragrance we're going to be talking about is called Interval. Okay, so this is the packaging, and like I said, the packaging is quite a telltale sign to the original. I'm going to take the bottle out and show you. This is how the bottle looks. If you notice, the bottle that I'm going to put on either side of the screen is different from this. So it looks like they've changed the packaging. What I'm not sure of is whether this is the new packaging or the one on the screen is the new packaging. But nonetheless, it's one and the same thing. So don't worry about that. So we're talking about Interval by LaMuse. I'm going to spray it on my arm because, on my hand, because I'm already wearing the same fragrance. So it's my fragrance of the day as well. Okay. Now, the opening for this fragrance is, it opens up with that oregano, okay, and some citrusiness from the bergamot. That's what you get on the top, as well as the pepperiness, because it does have pepper that you're going to feel. It's very spicy. That's the opening, okay. It then has like a faint touch of greenness, earthiness, and that I think I would attribute to oregano, but I wouldn't call this a green fragrance. It's just, it's got like a slight touch of green. If I didn't mention that, I wouldn't have, correctly described this fragrance, but it does not turn into an intense green fragrance, okay? Gonna have that spiciness as well, bitterness, and a bit of some tart, okay? It feels a bit tart-like in the opening, okay? Now, and then after 3 to 5 minutes, it gives you this intense sweetness, very intense sweetness, okay, and then it's wrapped up with an ember and some opoponax, okay, and because of the combination of the ember and the opoponax, you then get like something that feels a bit warm, okay. It feels, it's got this warmth, kind of like a comforting feel, okay. And then I get something that feels nutty. Now I'm going to explain why I am taking a pause here. The nuttiness, looking at this bottle, I presumed this is going to be masculine, and I think I'm right. Okay, this could be a masculine one unless I'm mistaken. Okay, but if you know the Amouage Men, the original Amouage Interlude Men, the original one, it doesn't have walnut. So if my assumption is right that this is masculine, then maybe they've gone on to give it a twist, okay, and make it unisex by adding that walnut, because something really nutty comes through here, okay. And then you have that leathery feel, a bit of some incense, and I personally haven't tried, because I own Amouage Interlude Woman, the original, okay. Now, because I love that fragrance so much, I've been on the hunt for a dupe for that fragrance, but I couldn't find the dupe for the women's one. I'm talking about Amouage Interlude Woman. I couldn't find the dupe. You can find a gazillion dupes of the Amouage Interlude Men. Now, I then said, okay, since I'm looking for a dupe, maybe let me just put my nose on a few, because it's a dupe. It's most likely not going to last. So I did. I tried the Maison Alhambra dupe. That one was too pungent for me. It was too strong. I had to scrub it off. I tried the Zaffaran, because they have one as well. It was the same, it was like within the same vein. I didn't like it. It was too strong. It was perfect if I was looking for an ultra masculine fragrance. Those two were perfect. Now, what I get here is I get like a fusion. I get like a perfectly unisex fragrance where you get all that you wanted, from either the Amouage Interlude Men or the Amouage Interlude Woman, just mixed together, but very gentle. That is exactly what I get from this fragrance. So for me, it became the ideal fragrance that I wanted as a dupe, okay. It does not give you soft, like soft, smooth, feminine kind of version. and at the same time it doesn't cross over, you know, to being pungent, manly. That's what I liked about it. It's a perfect cross, and while it's still that, you know, moderate, it does project like crazy, it does last like crazy, so you get all that you needed, and in what feels like a perfect fusion of the feminine and the masculine version. Okay, I've also put my nose on the Amouage Men, Interlude Men, okay, while I was fragrance shopping. Not that I wanted to buy that, but I just wanted to compare the difference, you know, because I was going to bring a review, and I did bring a review of Amouage Interlude Woman. So because I was going to bring a review of that, I just wanted to, I was curious when I was, you know, so I wanted to kind of see what the difference is between the male and the female version of that fragrance. What I noticed with that is it was so bold in the opening. I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about the original, the men's version. It was so bold, so overpowering, you know, very beastly, to a point where I only started enjoying it after about 3 hours or so. That is how pungent it was, okay? And I just felt, right, this is something that I could never do. This definitely is a men's fragrance. Now, what I get from this one is, if this is supposed to be the male version now, because I'm confused about the bottles myself, but I'm thinking if it's supposed to be the male version, or at least the unisex version, then they've nailed it, because this one is not shy, but at the same time, it's not screaming. You know, it is not pungent. The leather edition is there. The smoky woods edition is there. The oud edition is there, but nothing is choking, okay? It's just in its perfect form, but at the same time, the fragrance is communicating. It's not like it's a mute fragrance. It's not one of those fragrances, oh, you smell, nobody can smell you. Trust me, this, you leave a trail, okay? This projects like crazy, not even arm's length. This is one that you'll be smelled 3 meters away, okay? Depending, of course, on your sprays. And then again, I noticed that with this, okay, unlike with these other male dupes that I tried and the original male one, this is a fragrance that I feel you can wear both seasons, cold or hot, okay, winter or summer. However, it shines more in winter. Now, it's one of those fragrances that if you're going to wear in summer, then you probably need to go easy on the, you know, on the trigger, because I think if you oversprayed, it would be one of those fragrances that, you know, can really be there and take over the moment. But if you're one of those people that are careful in spraying, yeah, you can get away with it, wearing this in summer. And the cherry on top when it comes to this fragrance is, I personally paid $12, which I feel this is a fragrance that ranges between $10 and $15. So it will be one of your most affordable, inspired by version of Amouage Interlude Men / Woman, because to me, like I say, it feels so unisex because of that thing that feels like a walnut there, you know, that nuttiness that's going on there, to me makes it feel, you know, so unisex like. It doesn't, you know, it's not so annoying like I remember the Maison Alhambra one started to feel as though I started getting wafts of these heavy woods. It started feeling like, you know, like a wood polish or something like that, mixed with God knows everything. But it leaned more, you know, masculine. It was one that I could, if I had bought it, I would have given it away because it was just way too much for me. But because, you know, this is a moderated version of it, I just personally love it. So yeah, that is what I had for you today. Amouage pardon me guys, LaMuse interval. That's what happens when you yap a lot. You know, I just get carried away. I get in the moment and I just start speaking and speaking. So it's entirely up to the wearer when it comes to this fragrance. If you want it to be so beastly, go, you know, just go all out on the sprayer. If you want it to be more moderate, but it's one of those fragrances that even 3-4 sprays, it's still making a statement. So it's not one that I would say, oh, you need to overspray this one. No, it's a dupe, but it's got a good lasting power, okay? And it does have that mature vibe to it as well. So it's one that maybe young people might not like it. And by that, I mean maybe, you know, younger than 18, they might find this too serious, okay? But I personally like it. I like the walnut in there. I like the sweetness in there. I like the combination of all those woods without anything taking over. So that's what I had for you guys, okay? LaMuse interval, okay? And please do take note, the bottle seems to have changed, unless the other bottle means something else. I don't know. I'm here to talk about this one, but I believe because they're from the same company, it's one and the same thing. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this review helpful, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this fragrance, okay? We were talking about LaMuse, and let me say, if you're looking for the really cheap, affordable fragrances, LaMuse seems to be, you know, they sell the most cheapest, but because they are part of Lattafa, the quality is not compromised. I've just noticed that with a few that I've picked so far. So thank you so much for joining me today. Please do turn on post notifications. That way you're notified anytime I upload a video. Like this video if you like it, and drop a comment if you want to drop a comment. And remember, guys, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.